Hey JJ, how you doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm Dave Daniels, Rant Sports. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
All right.
A few questions for you. You're a big guy. Wow. And I have a little camera. So I saw your fake proposal to Brianna. That was so adorable. What makes you interact with your fans like that, and what was it like to meet Brianna?
Yeah, I think for me, it's so cool that we have a platform to use for things like that. And for me, if I want the fans to support me, I feel like I need to support them, and I need to show them that I care about them, that I appreciate them, and doing things like that for Brianna and the kids, it's so cool. And I saw the video of Brianna crying on YouTube. Somebody sent it to me, and it kind of went viral. And so we found Brianna. She came to the stadium. She didn't know I was there. I dropped to a knee with the ring pop and the flowers, and she said yes. And we had our first dance to her favorite artist, Justin Bieber. It was cool. It was such a cool day. So much fun to see her smile, because obviously in the video I saw her crying, and my number one goal was to put a smile on her face, and I think we did that.
That's pretty great. That's pretty great. I loved the white JJ Watt wedding dress.
Yeah, her wedding dress.
Yeah, sash jersey. I
and
guess.
It was so big that it actually looked like a dress, so it worked out great.
That's awesome. To me, you are the clear Defensive Player of the Year and an MVP candidate. Do you think that defensive players don't get enough credit when it comes to MVP voting?
I think that there's definitely an offensive bias, but I also think it's partially deserved because of how much they touch the ball. But I mean, obviously I would love to see Defensive Player win it, and I would love to be in the conversation. But this year, with the years Adrian had and the year Peyton had, they definitely deserve to be up there. But I would like to see a defensive guy do it, and so it's definitely one of my goals for the next however many years I'm playing. I want to get in that talk.
Awesome. That must have been pretty fun, catching balls before the game with Peyton, and then running a couple plays. What was that like meeting Peyton, and did you learn anything from him in your time there?
Yeah, it's really cool. Obviously during the season I'm trying to go and sack him, so in the Pro Bowl it was nice to be able to catch some balls from him, just hang out. And he's a future Hall of Famer, so it's cool to be able to run some routes, and I think we caught like 20 or 30 balls before the game. Really cool guy, and really nice to be able to spend some time with him.
Awesome. You've said that your second year won't be your best. What can you possibly do better next season?
I mean,
you did it all.
Yeah.
You swatted balls, fumbles, sacks, the whole deal.
Of course. I mean, there's a lot that I can do better. I know there's a couple sacks I missed this year, a couple tackles I missed. I can do a lot more. And the most exciting part for me is I'm still learning the position. I'm still getting better every day. I'm still young, so there's plenty of room for improvement.
Awesome. I think you said earlier this week in an interview that unreachable isn't really in your vocabulary. Is there any pass deflection that is unreachable to you?
I mean, there have been. It's frustrating to me when I'm watching the quarterback and I see him go to throw it and I jump up and I think I time it perfect and he's throwing a bomb down the field, so there's no chance for me to get it. But no, for the most part, I love the pass deflection. It's such a big play, and especially when it turns into an interception. We had a bunch of those this year, so it's a huge play in the game.
Definitely. Is there a certain quarterback that is particularly hard to deflect just because of how they throw or their mechanics or anything?
That's a good question. I think most of them are similar. The guys who get it out quicker are sometimes a little easier because I'm a little earlier in my pass rush. The short outs are the easiest, but I wouldn't say one quarterback is any easier than others.
Gotcha. What do you got? What are the Texans going to do next year in off-season preparation to make sure that you guys finish as strong as you started this year?
Yeah, it's tough to pinpoint. It's really tough to pinpoint one thing that we need to work on. As a team, we're working on individual improvement, and then as a team, we need to finish strong. We started out the year so hot, 11-1 last year, and we kind of fizzled at the end. We need to make sure that we finish the year strong. We go into the playoffs hot, and we get that momentum going.
Definitely. You don't reveal your goals or your Super Bowl picks, but is there a particular aspect of the defensive game that you're going to focus on this offseason that we should watch out for next year?
I think for me, it's instead of just one thing, it's more adding to each level. Because for me, an all-around defensive lineman plays the run, plays the pass, and also deflects some passes. And so if I can just improve a little bit in each area and get better in each area, my overall game will improve. So it's not just one area.
Definitely. I was sad to not see you have the mohawk today. I know you've been working with Axe. Are you ever going to rock the mohawk out during a game?
I think the mohawk, it has a chance to come back. You know, it was a good look. It was a lot of fun. Had a great time with it and got some good reviews. So it might come back for some games.
Cool. That'd be fun to see. You won't make a Super Bowl pick, but do you have a favorite player going into Sunday?
Justin Smith, yeah. I'm a huge Justin Smith fan. I love the way he plays the game. He always plays hard. He does a lot of dirty work, and it's great to watch him play.
Definitely. Are you somewhat hoping as a defensive player that Ray Lewis gets to go out on top, or
it's a great storyline. It's a great storyline, but for me, I really don't have much attention to who wins and who loses. It doesn't matter much to me. I'm just looking for a good game.
Awesome. Matt Schaub has taken some heat this offseason, but he seems to just come back working harder every year. What is it about him that allows him to just zone his critics out and focus on his game?
Yeah, I think Matt, the one thing about him, he doesn't let good talk or bad talk get to him. When things are going great, he doesn't let it get to him. When things are going rough, he doesn't let it get to him. He's obviously taken a lot of criticism this year, but we all believe him. And he knows that in our locker room, we believe in him and we trust him. And that's all that matters to him.
Awesome. I saw you tweeted about Donald Driver retiring. Have you learned anything from him in your time in the NFL, or had any chance to interact with him?
The thing about Donald, I grew up in Wisconsin, so I grew up watching the Packers, and the way he's handling himself with class and with integrity his whole career is what I really enjoy about him. He attacks the game like a true pro, and I'm working with him a little bit. I'm talking with him because he's put on some great charity events, and I have my own charity, so I'm talking with him a little bit and trying to learn about the proper way to go about putting events on and seeing what he did that was successful and what I can do that's successful. But I appreciate everything that he's done for the state of Wisconsin, and I love watching him play, and he handled himself the right way. And so if I can leave the game the way he did, I'd love that.
Awesome. Are there any charities that you're working on right now or in the future that you want to highlight?
The Justin J. Watt Foundation is my charity. We do after-school athletics for middle school kids, and we're in Wisconsin and Houston. So we have some really cool events coming up, and if you want to check out jjwfoundation.com, you can learn a lot more about us.
Excellent. Awesome. JJ, really good talking to you. Hope you win Defensive Player of the Year on Saturday, and thanks for taking the time.
No problem.
Have a good one.
Have a great day.